Okay, so welcome back to my channel. Merry Christmas everyone. It's literally Christmas next week. I'm filming this on the 18th of December, so I will be starting my Christmas series. So I'm going to be doing some makeup looks for Christmas, and yeah, it's going to be fun. So I hope you guys enjoy. Now this one is going to be more of a natural Christmas look. I'm going to do a bit more of a extravagant or a bit more, I don't know, brighter colours probably soon, but this one's going to be more natural or more kind of toned down. If for people that want a more natural or want a more toned down look for Christmas, so if you're wanting to copy this, you're more than welcome. Now obviously the colours for Christmas usually are reds, greens, golds, silvers. I really want to delve into like golds today. I feel like gold is where I'm literally heading to. And sorry if you can't see my hair because it's quite dark at the moment. I do have braids in at the moment. I'm filming this towards like night time just because I've been so busy with stuff, so I am coming back with this makeup look. So I've done my eyebrows and I've done my base of my eyes, so let's get into the actual face. I'm breaking out like usual. So I am going to use this palette today, the Revolution Forever Flawless palette, the one that I mentioned in my video earlier. I have not actually tried this. This is brand spanking new, so I've not tried this yet. It's got some really gorgeous colours in here actually. We've got gold, silvers, shimmery. I brought this nearer my birthday in November, so I have not tried it whatsoever. I'm going to take a look at the colours and see what we can use, because there is a few golds in here and a nice like kind of glitters. But I think for the eye, I want to go for more of a neutral tone. I don't really want to go with much colour or pigmentation with this one. It's going to be more of a like a, what's the word? Like a toned down, I can't really pronounce the word, but it's going to be kind of like a more basic Christmassy vibe. But it's still going to look like put together, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm going to use this palette. So this is still available in drugstores, supermarket, Boots, online. You can still purchase it right now. For Forever Flawless if you are interested. If not, there is plenty of colours out there that are very similar to this. So yeah, let's get going. I'm going to take my, is this got a name on it? I don't think it has. This is no name, but it's just a little fluffy dense type brush for eyeshadow. I think it's a blender brush for the crease, but I'm going to use it for the whole eye. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with Sensation. So this one is, it's like a peachy skin tone vibe. It's very kind of nudey, so we want to start with a more nude colour. You can choose whatever you want. Like I said with these looks though, you don't have to choose gold, you don't have to choose silver or red. You can do absolutely anything. Like your Christmas vibes can be yours. So Sensation is what I'm dipping into first. Now this palette does have a bit of fallout, so just be wary of that when you're doing your makeup. So I'm going to take this all over the lid. Make sure that you get into them creases and also near your nose here, your arch of your eyebrow, so we can kind of accentuate that as well. We just want to make sure we're doing a nice even layer all over the lid and everything. I was thinking maybe do a cut crease today. I'm not sure. We'll see how we go with it. Right, okay, cool. So it's not too, like, it's very natural. It looks similar to my actual like skin color, so this is quite nice. I just want to put this all over the lid to kind of set the whole thing. Nice. I like this one. So this is more like it's similar to this one, but it's like 2 shades darker. It's very similar. It's like a peachy brownie nudish tone. That's as best as I can actually explain it. But Charisma is the next one that I'm dipping into here with the same brush. It's got the same type of fallout as well. I'm gonna work this all over the lid. I'm just gonna work it back and forth. I'm not gonna go too high up into the brow bone, but I am gonna go kind of halfway, as you see, to blend this out. And as you can see, we're just creating that shadow already on our eye. This one is going to be more of a toned down look, so I'm not going to go too extravagant with the whole eye look. I just want it to be nice and nude and natural, but we're still going to put that shimmer in here. I think I want to keep this going, if I'm honest with you. We do have one here called Attract, which looks actually really pretty. I might put some of that in as well, but for the moment I'm going to go in with the shade is it Jador or Jador? It's this N1 here. It's kind of like a dark, it's like 2 shades darker than what we've already got. It's more of an orange tone to it as well. The camera doesn't do it justice at all, but is this the right one? Yeah, it's the right one. The camera doesn't do it justice. Like if you're able to get this palette, you can definitely see the different tones, but I think the camera doesn't show it justice. But is this one here? It's basically 2 shades darker than the previous one, but also it's got kind of an orangey tone underneath it as well. I'm just going to take that and I'm going to take a little bit in my socket and I'm just going to blend that out. I do like, personally for me, I do go kind of outer past my eyebrow sometimes. You don't have to do that, but I like to kind of wing it out a little bit just to give it that kind of like, I like my colour to go like basically up until my brow bone sometimes. And up until my temple as well. Because like I said, it's going to be really simple, throw some colours together and see what we get kind of thing. So I really want to go into this one called Attract. Now this is a more mauvey shade, so it's got a mauvey tone to it, but it's still kind of pastel in a way. It's kind of like got a bit of an undertone of purple as well as brown. It's still quite a nude shade. It's still classed as nude shade, but I'm going to put some of this in my crease. Just ever so slightly. I don't want to put too much. Just a little bit, just to add that kind of depth in that crease. Like, looking at this, I don't really want to go in with like a hard purple. I'm going to go in with this one called Sweethearts. Now we're going back into the mauve, but this is kind of a more, there it is. This is kind of a more back to the orangey kind of toned. I'm going to go in with a little bit of that into my crease as well. So my eyelid does have a bit of colour, but it's not too much, you know. So I'm just going to take it as it is. I'm just going to go back and forth over them colours just to make sure they're blended out all over the lid, so we don't have no harsh lines and no fallout that's left there as well. So like I said, I'm going to go and do a cut crease. So I'm going to take my flat concealer brush, which obviously has been used today. This one is just literally, yeah, it just says medium shader brush number 2. You can just get a flat brush like this. You can get it any size, bigger or smaller than this. Also, I'm going to use my, I'm just thinking which concealer to use is best. I'm going to use my Lift and Sculpt palette from W7. I'm going to use the brightest shade in here. I'm going to dip into some of that. Right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut our crease. So you can follow this, you can choose your own how to do if you would like to, but what we're going to do is we're going to cover our full lid. I'm going to take it up slightly higher because I've got hooded eyes. I want people to see the glitter on my eyes without having to, because if I just shut my eyes like this, you can just see, like, you can see my eyelids, but you can't see what's in the creases. So I kind of go just above it, just so it can actually be seen. So excuse my eyeshadow faces, they're not very attractive. So I'm just going to take this in the inner corner. Just take your time with it, because even I'm not a pro at this, but it's pretty fun. So you want to take it right into the corner like this. Make sure that you got plenty of product patted on your lids, so there's no sort of empty spaces. Perfect. So you can stop here and then we can put the eyeshadow on. I like to go just a little bit higher for my eyes. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to take it just above. Now I may have to use another mirror because this is quite tough. So I'm going to take it like that, the colour that I'm going to put on, but I'm just going to go on to the other one. So once you do practice and practice cut creases, you end up kind of being, you can kind of speed up and do it and do it whenever you like. Even for daily use, if you wear makeup daily or you wear certain looks daily, you can do this daily. There's no issue with that. I like to try. So it doesn't matter if it's not too perfect, honestly. Alright, just make sure that all your lid is patted down with some concealer. Okay, so for the glitter that I'm using today, I have chosen to start off with the James Charles palette. Now you can find a similar shade in any palette because these golds are very popular. However, I'm going to start with this shade here. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it's a gold, but it's a slight shimmer shade. I'm going to use that with a flat brush. Now this may take some time, but you will get there eventually because it needs to stick to it. So I'm just going to start by stippling this on nice and steady. As you can see, the colour's already sticking to it. So I'm just going to start with a darker gold first and then go on top with maybe a lighter shade. So we want to go, wherever you put that concealer, we want to go with this shade. This, I'm going to go for the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. So this one has a gold shade in. It's pretty more metallic than what I've used. I'm just going to spritz my brush again and go in with that on the top just lightly, just to add a little bit more gold. This one's more metallic, so it might give a nice little shimmer. You probably won't be able to see it too much, but it's just going to add that little more. As you can see, it's adding a little bit more metallic onto it, which I quite like. And I think it looks quite good, actually. I quite like that. Studio 8 SLG. I can't really see it properly, but is it Millie Collection or something? I can't remember where this is from, but it's basically broken, but it has some gold shades in here that I'm going to use. Most of these are highlighting shades, so I'm just going to dip into a highlight shade, and I'm just going to go over the top with this, just to give that extra shimmer. Now, I know that some people might say this is quite over the top for someone that wants to go basic. However, to me, this is what I call basic, or at least minimal makeup when it comes to a festive look. So you can tone it down, you can stop at one colour, you don't have to keep going over like I'm doing. However, I just want to make sure that I've got enough gold on my eyelid. With my eye, okay, so I'm going to put some eyeliner on. This is my usual Wonder Ink by Rimmel. I'm just going to line my lashes. I will put a slight flick at the end, but it's not going to be massive because I want the main focus to be my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my eyelashes just so we can actually just give them a little bit more volume. So they're not going to look the same, but yeah, with the eyelashes on. Okay, so for eyelashes, I'm going to use different ones today. My favourite brand of all, we're going to use, I think it's Eylure or Allure London. These are the Wild and Wispy Untamed Full and Wispy. They come with their own glue, which is my favourite glue. I find it really good. This has... It's adhesive, 0.03 fluid ounces /1 mil. So basically you do get instructions on the back if you do struggle with putting eyelashes on that tell you how to do it and how long to wait. And it gives you the before and after. It says the glue included, new 18-hour hold, latex free and vegan friendly, reusable up to 5 wears, which is pretty good. So I know about this glue anyway because I've been using it for many years. It is really good, and I have used my eyelashes over and over again. Sometimes more than 5 wears, I'll be honest, but each time you take them off, just make sure to take off some of the excess glue that's left on so you can actually apply a fresh layer of glue each time you want to put them on. But I'm just going to get these out. So each eyelashes that I do trim because my eyes are not as big as these eyelashes. However, I'm only going to take about a little bit of a quarter off, so you're only going to get a small size glue, but it actually lasts for quite a while. I've had some of these for ages because they last so long. But you get a little glue, and it smells a bit like the best way to kind of like explain it is that, okay, this smells a little bit different than previous. This smells like PVA glue a little bit, but it used to smell a bit like a fishy tone, which is not bad. It wasn't a bad tone, but it was like a kind of scent of it. This smells like PVA glue, like just normal glue. And then there's the lashes. Now I want to show you a trick. I did say this before. I want to show you a trick. So I said this before that I was going to show you guys. You may know this, you may not, but these are already wispy as it is. But if you wanted to make your lashes more wispy or more fluffy, now you can do this with cheap versions as well. I have a cheap pair down there that I can show you as well. But what you're going to do is you're going to get a spoolie, preferably clean, and we are going to just brush these lashes. Now be careful not to break them. You don't have to do it violently, but you're going to brush for a little bit of time. You'll notice that you'll see stuff come off the lashes. It's usually little like particles, like black little particles. It's usually just maybe some of the, I think it's just some of the banding, but it doesn't break them. But if you see what I'm doing here, we're just going to fluff them up a bit with this spoolie. You can go in and out, or you can go side by side. We're just going to fluff them up, not for very long. Now these are already wispy, so they probably won't do a hell of a lot more. But on normal ones, they will actually go much, much more fluffier. I want it to be, if it's going to let go of my hand. Sometimes my hands are sticky from the glue. Right, so you might have to place it like this and then use your hands or your tweezers to kind of move it in the position that you want. I'm doing this on camera, so it's a bit more tricky. Ooh. This one might take me a bit longer. Perfect. And then just push it up if need be. Make sure it's all attached to the band and your eyelid, like so. And then we have two eyelashes that have been literally stuck on. And as you can see, if you like, it's a nice, just like subtle gold, kind of orange toned makeup, which I'm liking. It's very kind of like neutral. You could literally wear it for like any time really. So I'm going to leave them to dry for a minute, and then while that dries, I'm going to go and put a little bit of eyeshadow underneath my eye. I don't want too much because I want the main focus to be my actual eyelids, but I'm going to go back into the palette that I was using, and I might just use the shade J'adore, I think it is, which was the medium kind of orangey skin tone shade. I'm going to take probably my angled brush, I'm going to dip that in there, and I'm just going to go underneath. Just as close to the lash line as you can, and then bring it up to where your edge of your eye is, like so. It just gives it that little bit of a colour underneath your eye, like so. And there you go. For me, my eyeshadow is finished. You can add more or less, but I like the kind of overall tone. It kind of gives it more, this is kind of like a more sultry gold toned Christmas look, and I love it. If you want to go even more extreme, you can add little like drawings of Christmas trees, which I was going to do, but I don't have all the stuff to do it at the moment. I do have a small brush actually. I have a tiny little tinsy brush, which is tiny. You can see like it's like so small. But yeah, once your eyelashes are done drying, you can leave them as they are. I personally, what I like to do is I like to take my mascara, which the current one I'm using is Sky High Lash Sensational by Maybelline. I put a layer of that all over my lashes, including my own lashes underneath. And then my trick is, for me personally, I use my eyelash curlers to clip them both together so that your eyelashes can adhere to them ones. And also it opens up your eye. I will show you on this, but I won't talk you through it. I will do it on camera, but it will be sped up. There is a few products here that are newish. So for example, once I get to these products, I will kind of give a review. So I have a new blush to try. This is the Rimmel London Maxi Blush. This is looking like this. It is in the shade 006 Exposed. It's like a nice kind of rose gold, not rose gold, a rose kind of colour here. I don't like blushes that are too pink. I like coral ones or rose ones or darker ones. So this one's perfect for me to try. To the maxi blush, so let me find a suitable, let me go with this one. This is a Real Techniques 402 brush, so it's a little like powder small fluffy brush. So this is the Rimmel Maxi Blush in the shade Exposed 006. No smell to it, which is good. There it is. It's a nice rose gold. Is it gold? No, it's not. It's like a rosy, nudie type. It's not too bright, which is what I like. So I'm just going to take, oh, it's a lot of fallout, look. You can see that. It's a lot of fallout, so I'm going to have to be careful with that. So I'm just going to load my brush up with it, but I'm also going to make sure that I dust it off quite well. That's a lot of fallout. Right. Let's just put it here on the apples of the cheeks. Oh, you can see it. It's very subtle, which is what I like. I'm just going to take it up a bit. It's very subtle. As you can see, it's just subtle. It's very dark, which is what I like. So, let me put some more of this side. You can probably build it up if you want it. It's like, I'm going to put some on my nose because I like this sometimes to put it on my nose. You can see it. It's very dark. It's like a rosy colour. I like it. This would be for days that I don't want to have that brightness, that bright colour. If I'm honest, This probably cost me about a £5-ish or £6. It wasn't expensive whatsoever, so I'd recommend it if you are looking for a drugstore blush that's not bright. So that's definitely, I'll give it out of 10, probably about an 8. Say is an issue with this. There is a lot of fallout, so be careful when you put it on not to get it on your clothes or not to get it on your other parts of your makeup. But yeah, I'd recommend it if you are wanting a darker blush that is on a cheaper version and stuff. Let me just spray a little bit more in the centre. I feel like I'm choking when I do this. Just give your face a little kind of waft with your hand first. My trick also with this is take a beauty blender, take the flat side and just press lightly into the skin, just like this. And it helps to melt all them powders, and it also helps to kind of set it more and keep it in place. So I'm just going to go around all my face and just set that in. Because if anyone's the same as me and doesn't want to wash their brushes every week, I hold my hands up because that's not always me. I'm very, very bad at washing brushes, I tell you. Right, I'm going to take an actual highlighter brush, a fan brush. This doesn't really get used a lot because I usually use my hands to put it on. However, I'm going to use it for the video. So, small fan brush, size 11. You can get it anywhere, Amazon, in drugstores. You can get it in like gift sets for brushes. I'm going to go into my lightest shade of highlighter. And I'm just going to put it on my cheeks. So I'm just going to start here. This one is very buildable, so I need to put it on a few times. There is also some eyeshadow I might try. I actually use eyeshadow as highlighter sometimes, and I'm not ashamed to say that. So it gives it a slight glow, but what I'm going to do here, there is a very light shimmery shade. It is eyeshadow, of course. However, it is so pigmented, it's so nice that I'm going to use it on my face. There we go, much better. It adds that more kind of depth. Look at that. Just from an eyeshadow and a highlighter. So I'm just going to put this all over my face. I'm going to try not to get it in the other eyeshadows because I don't want to have streaks of like gold on my face. But I'm just going to put, oh my gosh. Look how nice that is. And on top of my eyebrow, like so. That's perfect. And then on the other eyebrow, just above it, I might put a bit on the forehead just to add that little bit of a shimmer when you move your face. I'm going to add it to the top of the lip, just slightly. We don't want to make it look like we've got basically a sweaty lip, you know, a sweaty upper lip, but we're going to put it on our lip. So a bit on the chin, just ever so slightly. You can also blend it out with your finger as well. And I think I also might do the trick in the kind of the corner of my eye just to make it pop even better. This is a finished look. Now you can do your hair down, you can put extensions in, you can have braids, you can have a bun, anything you would like. You can make a fancy updo if you would like for Christmas. Obviously this can be used apart from Christmas if you would like to. It's just a basic natural-ish look, so it's not over the top, but you can still tell that I have put effort in and added that bit of glitter. So if you close your lid, you can see all the glitters, but also when you actually open your eyes, you can see them as well, which is perfect. So it's more like a glowy, dewy kind of like Christmas look here. This is more toned down. I will be back with a more, I want to do like greens and reds, which is going to be super cool actually. It's going to be definitely more festive, as in the colours are going to be vibrant. This is a more toned down look for anyone that wants to go to a Christmas party or on Christmas Day or New Year's, or even starting into the new year. If you want to like rock certain looks, this is perfect for more toned down, but yet you still look like you've put effort in. You can put less on or more on, whatever you like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, Merry Christmas. Christmas is only like what is it, a week away now. I hope you guys have got fantastic plans. Even if you don't, I hope you do have a wonderful Christmas anyway. I will be back very shortly, probably in a couple of days, maybe about 3 days, and I will have for you guys a very bright festive look that you might want to try around Christmas. And yeah, if you have any ideas that you want to see over the festive period, if you have any certain videos you want to see, if you want to see any Christmas hauls, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, let me know. And as far as that, Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys have a great day.